that takes us to our Ashley and Martin turning point for the week. Ashley and Martin Medical Hair Centres bringing you this analysis. Patrick Pellegrini. He's an Aussie-born Tongan international, spent time at Coventry in the UK and has been picked up by Moana Pacifica. That in itself is a touch of a turning point from what we saw on the weekend. Played an outstanding game. What did you like about the way that he turned this game?
Balance of attack. He conserved energy in the right parts of the field, and the stats back this up massively. They kicked 31 times to the Canes 25. Again, it's not a stat you normally see Moana Pacifica winning, and I know it's not a winning thing, it's what presents itself, but also 8 turnovers. 8 turnovers. So ball to foot, play down there, back our phase play defence, which is really, really strong, and then the way he sort of, I suppose, made the most out of a yellow card. Again, amazing, I suppose, vision from a kick sense, but that straight after half-time, those 2 tries, were orchestrated around his direction, his management, but also the tanks were full. They weren't empty from, helter-skelter first 40. They were methodical in where they were going to play, they were methodical in how they were going to play, and they just gave the Hurricanes no option, whereas on the flip side, the Canes gave them plenty.
Because he's obviously spent a lot of time in the Northern Hemisphere, and kicking game and kicking management are trying to find space. That's probably a big part of what they do up in the Northern Hemisphere. So if he can continue to keep doing that, especially with the big boys, and they can balance that up with a nice kicking game, not using all the energy in all the wrong areas of the field, it'll be very, very good for the Moana Pacifica moving forward. So very impressed. You look at the first try, the chip and chase off the line out, they get really quick ball. He sees that space with the fullback coming up and puts the ball in behind to be able to start the half very, very well with a try. And then the counter-attack, he does kind of a counter-attack, catching the ball, evades that defender, and then has been able to, I guess, make a line break off that and been able to score a try with Tom Savage, an unsung hero. If you look at that clip, he's able to play the halfback role to get there off that line break, to get the ball to the edge, and they score a try off that. So I thought their second half, they were able to execute and been able to, I guess, play with patience and been able to score points, where I thought in the first half, they were similar. I think they were making a lot of opportunities, but, that last pass, that last decision-making error just wasn't there in the first half, and I thought they did that brilliantly in the second half, leading up to probably the last 15 minutes, where I thought whether they rested on their laurels or maybe the Hurricanes just came in and threw the kitchen sink at them and played without fear, because they scored 2 to 3 tries in that last 10, 15 minutes, which probably isn't something that Moana were wanting to see in that last 15 minutes. But yes, a really pivotal performance, and I think Pellegrini was perfect in terms of being able to get that kickstart for the Moana Pacifica in the second half.